Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a matter that determines how you are treated, how you are seen, and ultimately how you are respected by others. Respect is not a gift, it's earned. But disrespect, my friends, is also not given randomly. It is often invited by our own actions, or should I say inactions. Inconsistency is one of the most subtle yet damaging habits that can erode respect. It may not seem obvious at first, but over time, being unreliable becomes a significant issue. When you say one thing but do another, or when you make promises and fail to follow through, it creates confusion. People start to wonder if they can trust you. And here's the key: trust is the foundation of respect. Without trust, respect crumbles. Think about it. How can anyone truly respect someone they can't depend on? When you show up late, when you fail to meet deadlines, or when you commit to something and don't deliver, you're sending a message that your word doesn't mean much. Over time, this habit becomes noticed. It doesn't matter how good your intentions are. What matters is your actions. If your behavior is unpredictable, people will treat you accordingly, and that treatment often includes a lack of respect. Now, inconsistency doesn't just harm relationships in a personal sense, it spills over into the professional world as well. Imagine working with someone who is constantly changing their mind, altering plans at the last minute, or failing to meet obligations. That person becomes a liability. Their lack of reliability forces others to pick up the slack, and it's only a matter of time before others stop relying on them entirely. When people stop trusting you to do what you say, their respect for you diminishes. Consistency, on the other hand, builds reliability. When your words match your actions, people know what to expect from you. They begin to rely on you. And that reliance forms the basis for long-lasting respect. A person who is consistent is seen as someone with integrity, someone who honors their commitments. The habit of seeking approval is a silent underminer of self-respect and ultimately how others perceive and treat you. When you constantly look to others for validation, you place your sense of worth in their hands, making it dependent on external opinions. The more you rely on the approval of others, the more you compromise your own identity, molding yourself to fit what you think others want to see. This behavior signals a lack of confidence in your own decisions and abilities. And when people sense that insecurity, they are less likely to respect you. People respect those who are firm in their beliefs and actions, those who know their own value and do not need constant reassurance. But when you're always looking around to see who's watching or waiting for someone to validate your efforts, you diminish your authority and power. It's as though you're telling the world that their opinion matters more than your own. This opens the door for people to treat you with less regard because you've essentially told them that your worth is something they get to decide. In any setting, whether personal or professional, the need for approval weakens your stance. It can lead to compromises that go against your values or decisions that aren't aligned with your true self. You start bending to fit the mold others have set for you, and in the process lose sight of who you are. When others see that you are easily swayed by their opinions, they may begin to manipulate or take advantage of that. They may not respect you because they sense that you don't fully respect yourself. True respect comes from within. It's about believing in yourself enough that external validation is no longer necessary. When you walk into a room with confidence, secure in who you are and what you stand for, people take notice. They may not always agree with you, but they will respect you for being unapologetically authentic. On the other hand, if you're constantly seeking others' approval, you give away your power. You let them determine your worth, and when they realize that, respect often fades away. Gossiping may seem like a harmless act, just idle conversation, but it does far more damage than we realize. When you engage in gossip, you're not just speaking negatively about others, you're revealing a deeper insecurity within yourself. Gossip signals that you are focused on the flaws and missteps of others rather than working on yourself. It shows that you're more interested in tearing others down than building yourself or anyone else up. Over time, people begin to see you as someone who cannot be trusted. Because if you're willing to speak poorly of others behind their backs, who's to say you won't do the same to them? Gossip damages your credibility. It creates an environment where people feel unsafe around you, where they know their personal matters or mistakes could become the next topic of conversation. Trust, which is so critical to respect, is eroded every time you engage in gossip. People start to distance themselves, not because they fear what you might say, but because they know you don't respect their privacy or the privacy of others. Once people see you as someone who engages in petty, negative conversations, their respect for you diminishes significantly. Moreover, gossiping reflects poorly on your character. It sends a message that you lack integrity, that you are willing to undermine others to make yourself feel more significant or entertained. Even if you're not the one starting the rumors, participating in such conversations signals complicity. It implies that you are comfortable with this behavior, and that can be enough for others to question your values. The damage is not just to your reputation, it's to your relationships. Once people know you as someone who gossips, they will begin to view you with suspicion and avoid confiding in you. In a professional setting, gossip can be even more destructive. It disrupts teamwork, breeds mistrust, and creates division. Instead of fostering collaboration, it generates an atmosphere of negativity and suspicion. When your colleagues or peers see you engaging in gossip, they're less likely to respect your opinions or trust your leadership. In the long run, gossip diminishes your influence, isolates you from meaningful connections, and leaves you with a reputation as someone who is untrustworthy and disrespectful. Engaging in gossip ultimately reflects a lack of self-discipline. It's easy to get drawn into negative conversations, but doing so reflects poorly on your ability to maintain your own standards. When you rise above gossip, focusing on positive, constructive communication, you elevate not just yourself, but those around you. People respect those who refrain from tearing others down and instead choose to build up a culture of respect, trust, and integrity. Ignoring boundaries is one of the quickest ways to lose respect, both in personal and professional relationships. Boundaries are essential for maintaining mutual respect, trust, and healthy interactions between people. When you fail to recognize or honor someone's boundaries, you are essentially telling them that their comfort space and needs do not matter to you. This lack of consideration creates an atmosphere of disrespect and can lead to resentment. When you consistently disregard the limits set by others, it demonstrates that you do not value their autonomy or their right to make decisions about their own lives. Whether it's interrupting when someone is speaking, prying into their personal matters, or overstepping in a professional capacity, these actions show a lack of respect for the other person's boundaries. Over time, people start to feel disrespected and may begin distancing themselves from you. They may no longer trust you to respect their space, their time, or their emotional needs. In personal relationships, ignoring boundaries can lead to deeper emotional strain. It can make people feel overwhelmed, unappreciated, or even violated. No one wants to feel like their wishes are constantly being overlooked. When people notice that you don't respect their personal space, whether that's physical space, emotional boundaries, or time, they lose confidence in the relationship. They may begin to see you as inconsiderate or selfish, and respect is quickly eroded when someone feels that their personal limits are not being valued. In professional environments, ignoring boundaries can have equally damaging effects. Colleagues or employees who feel that their work-life balance is being disrespected, or that their professional role is not being acknowledged, will start to lose respect for the person crossing those lines. It's vital to understand that boundaries in the workplace, whether they're related to time, responsibilities, or communication, are necessary for creating a productive and respectful environment. Failing to respect them can lead to strained relationships, lower morale, and a toxic work atmosphere. People may hesitate to collaborate with you, feeling that their input and time are not respected. Respecting boundaries, on the other hand, shows maturity and emotional intelligence. It sends a message that you understand and value the needs of others, and that you are capable of exercising restraint where needed. When you honor the personal limits of others, you communicate that you see them as individuals with their own rights, preferences, and space. This creates a foundation for mutual respect, trust, and healthier relationships. When you fail to stand up for yourself, you unintentionally send a message to others that you do not value your own worth, which often results in them mirroring that attitude. It's a habit that can gradually diminish the respect others have for you. People are naturally inclined to respect those who assert themselves, who communicate their needs, and who maintain their own dignity in the face of challenges. However, if you constantly allow others to push you around, overlook your opinions, or take advantage of your kindness, it signals that you don't believe you deserve better treatment. Not standing up for yourself can take many forms. It might be staying silent when someone disrespects you, accepting blame when it's not your fault, or agreeing to things that go against your values just to avoid conflict. While this might seem like a way to keep the peace or avoid confrontation, it actually leads to more long-term damage. Over time, people will begin to take advantage of your passivity, knowing that you won't challenge them. This can create a cycle where your opinions are routinely ignored, your efforts go unappreciated, and your boundaries are crossed. The habit of not standing up for yourself also impacts your own sense of self-worth. Each time you allow someone to treat you unfairly without addressing it, you reinforce a belief within yourself that you are not worthy of better treatment. This can lead to a loss of confidence, making it even harder to assert yourself in the future. You may find yourself feeling frustrated, resentful, or powerless, but these emotions will continue to build unless you take action to break the cycle. Standing up for yourself is not about being confrontational or aggressive. It's about setting clear boundaries and communicating your needs in a respectful yet firm way. When you consistently assert your worth, people take notice. They recognize that you value yourself, and they begin to treat you accordingly. You gain respect not only from others, but also from yourself, as you reinforce your own sense of self-respect by refusing to tolerate mistreatment or disrespect. Moreover, standing up for yourself teaches others how to treat you. It sets a standard for the kind of respect and treatment you expect, which can positively influence the way others interact with you. Instead of allowing others to dictate how you're treated, you take control of the narrative, ensuring that your dignity and self-worth are always maintained. People will respect your courage to defend yourself and your ability to balance assertiveness with respect for others. The habit of complaining can be deceptively easy to fall into, but it is one of the most detrimental behaviors that can undermine both personal respect and the respect of others. When you frequently express dissatisfaction, whether it's about your circumstances, the actions of others, or even broader societal issues, you cultivate an environment of negativity around you. Constant complaining serves as a distraction from finding solutions and can create a toxic atmosphere that discourages productive conversation and growth. Over time, people may begin to see you as someone who perpetually focuses on the negative, which diminishes their respect for your perspective. When you complain often, you may unintentionally signal to others that you lack the initiative to take action. Complaining without seeking solutions or improvements reveals a mindset that prefers to dwell on problems rather than confront them. People are naturally drawn to those who exhibit resilience and a proactive approach to challenges. If you are constantly voicing grievances without taking steps to address them, others may view you as someone who prefers to wallow in dissatisfaction rather than engage in constructive dialogue or actions. Additionally, habitual complaining can alienate those around you. Friends, family, and colleagues may become weary of the negativity, and over time, they might choose to distance themselves. This isolation occurs because people generally want to surround themselves with those who uplift them and contribute positively to their environment. When someone is always complaining, it can feel draining, and relationships can suffer as a result. Others may start to avoid conversations with you, fearing that they will be met with more negativity, leading to a further erosion of respect and connection. Complaining can also detract from your own personal growth. When you fixate on what's wrong, you may miss opportunities for reflection and improvement. Instead of acknowledging your role in any given situation or identifying ways to learn and grow from experiences, you might fall into a victim mentality, believing that circumstances are solely to blame for your unhappiness. This mindset stunts personal development and keeps you stuck in a cycle of discontent, preventing you from moving forward in life. Moreover, complaining can distort your perspective. When you constantly vocalize grievances, it can lead you to focus on the negative aspects of your life or the lives of those around you. This skewed perception makes it easy to overlook the positives, creating a habit of seeing the glass as half empty. It's crucial to remember that a balanced perspective acknowledges both challenges and victories. When you shift your focus from complaining to recognizing and celebrating successes, even small ones, you foster an environment of gratitude and resilience. To cultivate respect and foster healthier relationships, it's essential to replace complaining with constructive communication. Instead of merely voicing what's wrong, ask yourself what can be done to improve the situation. Engaging in problem-solving discussions encourages collaboration and teamwork, allowing you to build stronger connections with others. When you approach issues with a solution-oriented mindset, you not only demonstrate your capacity for critical thinking, but also inspire those around you to adopt a more positive and proactive attitude. Ultimately, shifting away from the habit of complaining enables you to reclaim your power, assert your worth, and promote respect in all aspects of your life. The habit of laziness is one that can silently undermine your potential and respect in both personal and professional spheres. It manifests not just as a lack of physical activity, but as a mental state that fosters complacency, procrastination, and an overall disregard for responsibilities and goals. When you allow laziness to take hold, you effectively signal to yourself and others that you are not committed to your aspirations or values. This perception can quickly erode respect from those around you, as people tend to admire individuals who demonstrate diligence, determination, and a strong work ethic. Laziness often breeds a cycle of inaction and negativity. When you choose to postpone tasks, ignore responsibilities, or simply avoid putting in effort, you create a backlog of work that can become overwhelming. This can lead to feelings of guilt and stress, which further perpetuates the cycle of avoidance. Instead of tackling challenges head on, you may find yourself retreating further into laziness, creating a barrier to personal growth and achievement. As deadlines loom and responsibilities pile up, the weight of unaddressed tasks can feel crushing, making it even harder to muster the energy to act. Moreover, the habit of laziness can have a ripple effect on your relationships. Friends, family, and colleagues may begin to view you as unreliable or unmotivated. When you consistently fail to follow through on commitments or put in the necessary effort, others may hesitate to trust you with important tasks or responsibilities. This lack of reliability can diminish your standing in the eyes of those around you, leading to a loss of respect. People want to surround themselves with those who are dependable and willing to put in the work. If you're seen as lazy, you risk becoming isolated and marginalized in your social and professional circles. In professional settings, laziness can be particularly damaging. It can hinder your career progression and limit your opportunities for advancement. Employers and colleagues appreciate hard work and dedication. When you consistently demonstrate a lack of initiative, you may miss out on valuable projects, promotions, or even job security. Your reputation as a lazy individual can precede you, making it challenging to regain respect once it has been lost. In a competitive environment, those who are willing to put in the effort are often the ones who stand out and are rewarded, while those who exhibit laziness may find themselves overlooked. Furthermore, laziness can impact your self-esteem and overall well-being. When you neglect your goals and responsibilities, you may experience a sense of dissatisfaction or regret. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, reinforcing the very laziness you're trying to overcome. The longer you allow laziness to dictate your actions, the more difficult it becomes to break free from its grip. You may find yourself caught in a cycle of self-doubt and frustration, unable to tap into your true potential. To combat the habit of laziness, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of discipline and commitment. Setting clear goals, establishing routines, and holding yourself accountable can help you break free from the shackles of inactivity. When you prioritize your responsibilities and take consistent action, you not only demonstrate respect for your own aspirations, but also earn the respect of others. Embracing hard work, even in small increments, can lead to a sense of accomplishment and motivation that propels you forward. Moreover, surrounding yourself with motivated and driven individuals can inspire you to rise above laziness. When you see others actively pursuing their goals, it serves as a powerful reminder of what's possible when you choose to take action. Engaging in positive self-talk and visualizing your successes can also help shift your mindset from laziness to productivity. Ultimately, overcoming the habit of laziness requires a conscious effort to recognize your potential, take ownership of your actions, and cultivate a sense of responsibility for your own growth and success. In conclusion, the path to earning and maintaining respect lies in our daily habits and choices. Each of the 4 habits we discussed, the habit of inconsistency, the habit of seeking approval, the habit of gossiping, and the habit of ignoring boundaries, serves as a barrier to the respect we desire from others. These behaviors not only impact how others perceive us, but also shape our own self-image and the way we navigate our relationships. By consciously recognizing and addressing these habits, we open the door to a more respectful and fulfilling life. Breaking the cycle of these negative habits requires intentional effort and self-reflection. It's essential to hold yourself accountable, understanding that respect is not given, it's earned through your actions and interactions with others. When you strive to be consistent in your words and actions, stand firm in your beliefs, uplift others instead of gossiping, and honor the boundaries set by those around you, you not only command respect, but also foster an environment where respect thrives. Furthermore, developing a positive mindset and surrounding yourself with supportive individuals can reinforce these changes. Seek relationships with those who share your commitment to growth and respect, as their influence can propel you forward. As you work to eliminate these habits, take the time to celebrate your progress. Recognize the positive shifts in your relationships and your self-perception as you embrace a more respectful approach to life. Ultimately, it's important to remember that respect is a reflection of how you see yourself and how you choose to treat others. By cultivating habits that promote integrity, kindness, and accountability, you lay the foundation for a life rich in respect and meaningful connections. In doing so, you not only elevate your own standing, but also inspire those around you to rise to the same standard. Embrace the journey of self-improvement and commit to being the person who embodies the respect you wish to receive. When you do, you will find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of your efforts, enriching your life and the lives of those you interact with.